Phantom Nightmare is coming, and I didn't expect this. Don't make 30% of you that have not smashed the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Phantom Nightmare will be coming out October 28th. 2023 for the OCG. Wow, that's literally right in time for Halloween. Can't wait for that. Will contain cards for old themes as well as new themes. You'll get the +1 pack if you're in the OCG, and quarter secret rares will be included as usual. You know, this is very interesting to me, because with the current trends that we have been going through here, this just screams Yubel support. The current trend that we went through with the, Duelist Nexus, we got retrain for shooting Quasar Dragon. Time Lords would have been a cool little thing to kind of include in there. But guess what? New shooting Quasar power-up. You fast forward over here to the next set. Oh, okay, well, is that a retrain for good old Zark Zaddy? Yeah. Zark Zaddy did in fact get a crazy mode change that had no additional value to change into it. It was Konami's way of saying, hey, you know, here's the good outcome, here's what we're doing for this. Okay, so it's two animes that got retrains for their super powered boss monsters. Then you come over here and the Phantom Darkness flashbacks start playing in my head. You get the, oh my gosh, Dark Arm Dragon. Just all of the flashbacks to 2008 with Dark Arm Dragon running around on the field, Yubel just being Yubel, and then all of the, I guess, Fire King interactions throughout the years. Yeah, this screams Yubel support, because if you're following the trend for 25th anniversary, then we would line up with this. Phantom Darkness is the classic set that we did get Yubel in originally. And it would only make sense at this point in time that we would get some sort of Yubel retrain. Well, what in the world can they do to Yubel to make it actually better? Well, that's an interesting question, because whatever they probably end up doing, they're probably going to want to have the clause, this card's name is always treated as Yubel. Unfortunately, most of all of the old Yubel support, honestly, the old Yubel line itself, Nightmare and Ultimate Nightmare, I believe that's what they were, all required, being able to climb up through Yubel. That's what I also recall. I think Yubel's from the era of really bad cards that can miss timing. Oh, God. Sorry. Yes, they can miss timing. Those are words that are very, 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 very hard to understand via modern era standards, but whatever we are doing in terms of Yubel, Hero, the thing is, with the set being Phantom Nightmare, it has to be Yubel. It doesn't make any sense unless they're going to try to pull a Neos Wiseman 3.0 Electric Boogaloo out of nowhere here, and you're like, oh my gosh, we now have Neos Wiseman 2 or Neos Wiseman at home. I don't know how you can draw the hero aspect of this into it unless you're really trying to make this be a hero plus a dark monster, and then you're just stepping on a Scuridau's toes at that point in time. But it's there's also the fact that you could make this a fusion, because Super Poly was typically involved in a lot of this era's shenanigans. You very easily could see this be a fusion retrain. But then once again, you look at something like Grapha over here, who's literally a Dark World monster plus a Dark monster, something like that along the way in order to make the Super Boss monster. And if you're really going to try to make a fusion monster that is literally a Yubel plus, something else, it's not going to be crazy. Now, there's also the tie-in, maybe they don't want to go for Yubel, because there was also the Darkness stuff from Season 4. If you do remember, what was it, Shroud or Darkness, the guy that had Darkness 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you'd shuffle them on up, you could do some stuff. I think Darkness Neosphere was one of their boss monsters that they had. If we're going to totally disregard everything that we know about Yubel and the tie-in to the word Phantom, then you look at Darkness and go, well, hey, it's a Neo Spiceman retrain. But once again, that all ties back to Yubel. The Sirens are literally going, this is Yubel, this is Yubel, this is Yubel, this is Yubel. What more can they drop in here? Phantom Darkness was also very, very notorious for the fact that we got Dark Arm Dragon in there. The original crazy boss monster. Now, my problem with getting a Dark Arm to retrain again is the fact that we've already got Dark Arm Dragon, the Dragon of Annihilation. You know, we got Light. I don't foresee them doing this. This would, however, be a really, really cool place to drop Evil Swarm support / another retrain to make something like Dark Arm Dragon again. They have the ability to make these pseudo boss monsters, and the fact that, you know, we're dedicating a set to a Phantom Darkness retrain here would be nice. But typically with these sets, I think it's usually for the last 2 sets, I believe, so far from what we've seen, there's not really much else of a tie-in other than like the first 8-9 cards in the set. Everything else is just kind of tossed in, and that's kind of it. All right, like look at the Horus stuff that we got. All right, it really wasn't much of a having to do with Zark there, but I digress. There is a chance. Phantom Darkness, I believe we also got zombie support in there as well. It would be nice to see some cool zombie support actually, you know, be relevant, or at least, you know, show back up and do a little bit more. Yeah, Phantom Darkness had Yubel on the cover card. Beautiful. I don't know what more I can really ask for out of this set, because it was a dark themed core set that actually brought a lot of cool dark monsters to the table. And obviously it itself also had Rainbow Neos in it. But once again, we go back to that callback of how much hero support are we going to tie into this? Like, how much of this Yubel tap-in do we want to have here? Because, you know, especially with Super Poly, that's kind of why I bring up the fact of, you know, a fusion monster seems like it could be on the table here for the possibility of being included in the set. And then, of course, the set also had chain material in it as well. So the possibility of seeing that fusion monster callback really, it increases by the day. But I ask you the further question here of, what do you want to see out of Phantom Nightmare? You know, obviously a lot of people are going to be excited for, you know, the upwards potential of Yubel, but then, you know, you're going to have the hero players that are going to be screeching at the top of their lungs going, oh, please, like, I don't want to play Yubel in my deck. I understand that having to play Yubel in a hero deck to unlock whatever potential it's going to be there isn't going to be that exciting. But as long as there's one decent hero card that could tie into this, or, you know, for the people out here that like Yubel, maybe a good decent destruction card that you could trigger off with future Fire King support and be able to kind of bridge that old deck together. Either way, whatever level of support that they're going to look to bring to the table here, hopefully we do see some other Darkness retrains in the set, because if it's just Yubel as the first 9 cards and then a bunch of power-up support for other things that don't really fit the theme, I feel like it's going to be a wasted potential. Because looking at how we did the last set had some really cool Darkness warps in it. And especially with modern era Yu-Gi-Oh support, there's a lot of cool things that we could just pull a Darkness version out of and lure it up. And then once again, I go back to the Evil Swarm thing here. Dear Konami, if you're watching this, hi, I'm an Evil Swarm duelist. I would very much like to see some Evil Swarm support being included in this set, because we need Evil Swarm support. Do you know when the last time it was that Evil Swarm got some power-ups? I would very much appreciate some more Evil Swarm good stuff. It has been so long at this point in time that we have gotten something. A set called Phantom Nightmare seems like a fantastic opportunity to kind of drop in some of that new support. So, I ask you guys, what do you want to see out of the set? What are your expectations? What are some of the good stuff that you want to see? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and of course, make sure you guys stay safe out there, alright? And, you know, probably not going to see this cover card till August. You guys have a good rest of your day, alright? Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.